your goal for 2022 to move to the Central Florida area?
Yep, for sure.
Well, if that's the case, then this is the perfect video for you. Stick around, we're gonna start right now. Hi there, what is up? I'm Kathy Williams, your friend in real estate, and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, I'm happy to have you here, and if you're coming back for another time, thanks for coming back. It's good to see you again. So today I'm going to be talking about some of the reasons why people are moving here, then also how to get ready, what are some things to do to prepare for the 2022 market, because it's going to be a doozy, people. And number 3, just some of the things that are going on in the market so you'll be prepared, because there is definitely some things to consider. So first off, let's just talk about why people are moving here. Well, you know, Orlando is growing like crazy. It's always in the top 10 or 20 list of the fastest growing areas in the United States. Actually, there was just a recent report that came out saying it was in the top 20 safest areas to live, so I liked that a lot. I thought that was great. Osceola County was listed as one of the top fastest growing counties in the United States. And let's see, there was another one. Something. We're always in the top something list. So it's great. It's a great area. There's really low unemployment. There's a lot of job growth. Of course, there's a lot of high-tech jobs. The medical field is really growing quickly. There's a lot of medical field job opportunities that are opening up in the area. And you've probably heard, it's been in the news, and I've talked about it on this channel, Disney is relocating one of their campuses to the Lake Nona area, and that's going to be over 2,000 jobs. So that area is already exploding, and it's even going to be better. It's going to be really getting bigger and bigger. And there's a new community opening up in St. Cloud called Sunbridge that is probably going to help with that a lot, and it's going to be a great community, and I'll talk about that more in another video. But today I want to help you guys get ready to kind of understand the market in Orlando. So of course, one thing to consider is the demand. The demand in Orlando is still really strong, and you know, a lot of things that are going to change in 2022 that I see is that we're going to get a lot of more foreign buyers. Last year, I really only had a couple out of 53 transactions. I only had a couple of foreign buyers. I had somebody from Canada and somebody from Southern Europe. So, you know, there is not a lot. And Canada's been locked down for 2 years. A lot of Europe's been locked down for a year and a half. So those people, talk about the pent-up demand, they have always bought in Central Florida. So those people, South American people, people from all over the world really moved to the Central Florida area, and they have not been as much. So 2022, we're going to have an increase in foreign buyers. And I had the one Canadian buyer that I had was a virtual buyer, and I'm always happy to do virtual showings and virtual, you know, help people virtually, but you know, a lot of people really want to come here. So I think that's going to really change the market a lot with the additional buyers on an already multiple offer situation that we have on practically every home that comes on the market. Now, of course, people love the lifestyle here, the weather and Disney and all those great things. Of course, you can watch other videos that I've done on those kind of things. So one of the things that I want you to be thinking about and get ready for making the move here is what you need to do to get prepared. So the first off, you want to go ahead and get pre-qualified with a lender, and that means, and not just pre-qualified, you want to get pre-approved. So that's where they go ahead and get your paycheck stubs and your tax returns and all the printed documentation to go along with it to get you pre-approved. Pre-qualification is usually just a phone call, and you know, that's not really what listing agents are looking for. If you're putting an offer in, they want a pre-approval letter. So that's going to be first, very important. Secondly, you want a really qualified realtor to work with. You want someone who does this full-time. This is their full-time job, because that means they're putting in lots of offers. That means they're selling lots of homes, they're listing, so they are getting an idea. They have their finger on the pulse of the market, in other words. So they are going to know, like, you need to go this much over the asking price, or you need to go ahead and waive the appraisal on this one, or do this much of an appraisal gap. They're going to know. I mean, like, I've even in the last couple weeks, I did an offer where I told my client, you don't have to go that high on this one. And we got the offer accepted. So yes, you do have to go over asking price many times, but sometimes you don't have to go crazy over. So that is one thing to consider. The third thing you want to get is a good insurance agent. Policies have changed so much in Florida in the past year, so you want to have somebody who's really good. Of course, I can connect you to all those people. And if you're not looking in the Central Florida area, I know lots of great realtors all over Florida. I'm happy to connect. Please, please, please feel free to reach out to me for a referral. I'm happy to do that. Now, one thing to consider if you are moving here from another state and you have a house to sell. Really, nobody's accepting contingent offers. So contingency on the sale of your home is not going to be accepted. You're going to need to do either one of two things: either sell your home there and come here and maybe rent something, do like a short-term rental until you find something that you like, or to get a bridge loan and then they can recast it and your lender can explain to you exactly how that works. But contingencies are just really not going to work in this market right now because the demand is so high. Right now we have less than a month of inventory. This time last year we had about 2.5 months of inventory. So it's just like way, way, way low inventory. So that is something that you're just going to have to trust my judgment on that one, because that's going to be something really to focus on, is what the inventory levels are and that sort of thing. So if you are thinking of moving here and buying new construction, that's also a great option. And a lot of the builders are doing spec homes, and that's where they go ahead and pick out what all is going to go in the house. And then once it's like under framing, sometimes they'll go ahead and put it on the market, and you'll be able to get it in 5, 6, 7 months when it's done. It's just a little shorter timeline. If you're wanting to get the home, pick the lot, pick the house, pick everything inside it. There are some builders that are still able to do that, and our team can guide you to those specific builders, but a lot of them are really working on inventory homes because they want to be able to price it out exactly and not lose money on the deal. So they're doing a lot of those type of spec homes right now in new construction. So that's something just to consider if you're looking at new construction. So I have two buyers that actually put offers in on new construction. They have contracts on new construction that last March they went under contract, and we still don't have the permits out on those. So they are looking at a good solid 1.5 years, to get their home built, maybe even a little longer. So sometimes you don't necessarily want those ones where you pick the lot and all of that. You might want the ones that are spec homes so that you're able to, know a more specific timeline as to when you're going to get your house completed. I can't stress this enough. In new construction, you want to have the patience of a saint. You want to understand that there are still shortages out there. Right now, there's shortages. The last I heard, it's cabinetry and garage doors. A few months ago, it was windows, and of course, wood has always been, framing wood has always been an issue. So, you just have to be patient and understand that they want to close this house as much as you do, and they want to get it built as quickly as you do, but we are limited by third-party vendors and things like that they are dealing with. A lot of patience goes into this process and a lot of optimism. So if you decide to come out and look for homes, I always go in with a huge dose of optimism. We want to be sure we find a great home for you. And my team, we have never failed to find a home from somebody. No one's ever really walked away empty-handed. I wish I could tell you when the housing shortage would end and when inventory levels would be for sure coming up. I do know that in the past year, there were 20% of an increase in permits pulled for new construction. So that is an excellent, excellent sign that in Florida, our inventory could be coming up in the spring and summer with that percentage of permits pulled. So that's super exciting.
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it.
But stay optimistic, stay positive. As soon as I hear any information about inventory levels coming up, you will be the first to know on this channel. Absolutely, hands down. And be sure to go ahead and watch my next video. It's all about moving to the Orlando area and great things to know. So go ahead and watch that. Head on over there, join me there. And don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. Take care. Bye-bye now.